on the final track, well, so we anticipated a guy coverage. They got into a kind of like match zone. So they covered up our routes, and I went out to the left. And at this time in the game, yards were more crucial than going out of bounds. And so with the 3 timeouts, I attempted to simply cut through, and I guess it was Justin Watson. I haven't watched the footage, but I felt he got a terrific block. I guess it was him, and I was able to move down the field and get out of bounds. Sort of fumbled out of bounds, but I got out of bounds, and so I put us in field goal range. Patrick, how is it before the play? It's simply in your imagination you can gain additional yards there. Not go out of bounds? Do you think about it when you're running? Take us through. You are. Yeah, I guess it's simply particular points in games. I don't. It's not like I pre-plan like such things. It's just whenever it comes down to it and you had to make the play, I feel like I try to go out there and make the play, and that's why I feel like it occurs kind of later in the game sometimes. And in the playoffs, you don't want to slip. You know, you have to sort of put your body out there knowing that you may absorb blows and things like that. But we've been able to make some huge runs in some big occasions. Could you have made that scramble a couple of weeks ago, given you were battling with the ankle? I mean, I don't know. I guess I usually claim adrenaline will get you through it. But it is helping a lot when you become a little bit better and you can sort of get your body back into it. And kudos to the training crew. They remain on top of me about being in there as often as possible. And like I finally was able to get off that list this past week and sort of go back to just my usual schedule. We got out there and made something happen. What was the attitude of the offense at the outset of the drive? Yeah, I mean, you want to go as close as possible. Give our men an opportunity to hit a field goal. We call it, we go down at the 2-yard line, 1-yard line, whatever it is. And yeah, we were just trying to get a completion first, which we achieved. And then I believe I still could have put it out there a little bit farther for Xavier. But other than that, I felt we performed at a good level. Like we were at that moment. Simply, we had to be better throughout the whole entire fourth quarter, not just in those huge moments at the conclusion of the game. What type of faith did you have in the youngster to make the kick in that situation? I mean, I had a ton of confidence. I've seen him do it in practice. Since he's been here, he's been going out there working, and so has a ton of confidence. We got him into his sweet place, and he hammered it right through there. I realize the red zone probably isn't what you desire. You guys scored 6 of the drives today. You very satisfied with simply the development you made with the offense as a whole? Yeah, I think we did a wonderful job moving the football. Like you stated, you had to perform more efficiency in the red zone. But I mean, the defense is a solid defense. I mean, they've played hard the whole year. They have a fantastic defensive coordinator, a lot of excellent guys who I've gone up against in previous places. And so I felt we did a terrific job of executing the offense, moving the ball. But as I said, simply in the second half, particularly in that fourth quarter, we had to be better. I mean, just putting the game away and not giving them opportunities. But we were able to accomplish it there in the end. Mention merely the fact that you provided him the answers before the exam on his second touchdown. What coverage was going to come. Take us through identifying it and proceeding. Yeah, it's we go through it every week. It's not just me. I mean, myself, the quarterback coaches, and the guys, we go through certain checks. You get to versus certain coverages. And yeah, I was able to tell by the way they lined up, they were going into their cover 0 look. Just notified the guys, make sure they saw what I saw, gave the check at the line of scrimmage, and then you trust your man to go out there and make a play and just throw it up there. Well, I threw a nice ball, just placed it up there and let him just go up and make a play. Yeah, I think he played his tail off, guy. He throws a pretty excellent football. You know, it's strange. I believe Texas Tech was the first one to offer when he was in 8th grade. And I was at Texas Tech, so I remember watching his highlight films then and knew he was going to be a great player. Obviously, he went to Bama and was the first-round choice. But I think it's been amazing to watch him bounce back these past few weeks and play some terrific football because, you know, I know he has it. I've seen that for a long time, and he gave us a fright today, dude, because he played his tail off. I was hoping to get out of there before he got there. So, no, he's been a fantastic player for a long time and won a lot of football games. Patrick, what is it with these tight victories, you guys? Is it a good thing or a terrible thing? You know, headed toward you? Like to have a couple blowouts? Yeah, I mean, you want to have some blowouts. You want to have things be a bit calmer in the fourth quarter. But I've always said it could be a beneficial thing as you get to the playoffs and later in the season. Just knowing that you've been in those situations before and knowing how to kind of attack it. But play by play, not making it too big of a moment. But no, I mean, I would say this more than anyone. I would love to win a game, not by the very last play, the final one. Nate, a few people in the locker room, like you guys have spoken so much about like the grind of the season. When that term sort of gets uttered, does it remind you of days like today? Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's all about becoming better. I believe that it's the finest part about playing in the NFL. It's never like the team that's playing the beginning of the season the best is the playing the best at the conclusion of the season. It's about just always becoming better, and it's going to be a grind. And yeah, I believe we've done a terrific job at it. Coach Reid does a tremendous job of organizing everything so that we're playing our best football at the conclusion of the year. And there's a lot to learn from today. There's good, there's terrible. We need to just go back, learn from it, and then realize that we have a short week against a hungry football club in the Raiders that is coming to our home. Okay, thanks. Appreciate you. Peyton had a right calf that tightened up on him, but other than that, he came back in and did a terrific job there. Thank you to the fans. There was a lot of red in the stands, and we really appreciate the support. Heck of a game. That ended up as a heck of a game there. But there were some excellent things. There were some nice things we could take out of this. Pat had a good day. 24 for 33 for over 240 yards. So, and then the huge scramble at the conclusion. I mean, it was a great thing. Noah had a great day, with 66 yards on 4 receptions, a couple of TDs in there. Third downs were awesome. Matt Nagy does a terrific job with them. So we were 7 for 12 there. And then defensively, Nazi again came up as the top tackler on the defensive side and did a nice job throughout. Dana with the for tackles, and then he got the huge strip sack there. And then most of all, listen, Spencer closing it out. That's a whole lot of pressure for a rookie kid. And he's in here putting for us right now a potential Hall of Famer. So, I mean, that's not simple to accomplish in these games, and he did a tremendous job. Too many penalties. As we worked today, we had 9 penalties for 90 yards, too many, and we've got to make sure we take care of business on third downs again, both sides. We're working that, and but we got to get.